Well, I grew up in Australia and I was educated at Melbourne University, trained at the St Vincent's and Alfred Hospitals initially in neurology, and at Monash University in my research years, then went in for further postgraduate training at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. Moved to New York to Columbia University, where I did some postdoctoral work in the laboratory in a rare group of metabolic disorders, and then trained in movement disorders at Columbia University in one of the leading groups in movement disorders there under Professor Stanley Farn at Columbia Medical Centre in New York. Returned to Australia, worked for a little while in Melbourne, then moved to Adelaide, where I was the head of neurology at Flinders Medical Centre. And now I've come back to Melbourne, which is where I started out, and to my present position as the head of neurology at Monash Medical Centre. Well, movement disorders, I think, are a group of neurological disorders where we can do a lot for the patient. There's been a transformation in its treatment. Some of these diseases are ones that patients used to die of. And then with the introduction of drug therapies, there were large advances and improvements in the quality of life, mortality, morbidity for patients. And now, more recently, with the application of surgical therapies, which have had a long history in the field, but now have really been applied in a practical sense to increasing numbers of patients. So I'm pleased that we can do more for people with these diseases, alleviate some of their suffering. That's what attracts me to it. Also, it's an area of neurology where clinical medicine and acumen is of great importance, whilst technology and imaging helps us. The skills of the clinician are still very important here, and I'm fundamentally a clinical neurologist, so I like doing what I've been trained to do.